Hey everybody, and welcome back to Thoughts from the Bubble. I'm Kiara.
And I'm Michi.
And today we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, because I've been getting that wrong, but this is before the 90 days. Season 7, Episode 4 review.
All right, I'm ready to just jump right into it. So
let's go ahead. We're going to start off with Tiger Lily and Adnan. So we find them. This is after last episode when he was just like staring at that hairstylist man that the hotel sent just very angrily, just staring at him and making that man so uncomfortable. So this episode we find Tiger Lily in their hotel room with her friends who are also her workers.
I don't think she has friends.
She doesn't. She's said it plenty of times. Her ex-husband did not allow her to have friends.
But you can't keep using that. You ain't been married.
Yeah, I don't know. How long has she been divorced?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah, but she says that all the people who provide services to her, like her hairstylist, her makeup artist, her esthetician, they are all her friends. But to me, they're not her friends because you paying them.
What would be hanging out if you wasn't paying me?
Well, and so in this episode, we find out that those are really her workers because that lady was asking her permission to go to the bathroom, permission to go put her clothes on, all of this stuff because obviously with Adnan's religion, Tiger Lily cannot be left alone with men. So her hairstylist, I forgot her name, I think his name is Chris or Gray or whatever his name is, he's a male. So she has a male hairstylist who's been her hairstylist for over 20 years. She cannot be alone with him.
Mind you, he's 22.
Who's 22?
Adnan.
Yeah.
He's been her hairstylist for over 20 years.
Yeah, he was 2 years old. And the hairstylist even said it like Adnan, I predate you.
Yeah.
Like I predate, like what do you think is going to happen with me being in a room with this lady?
By quite a long time.
But in his religion, in his culture, his wife can't be left alone with another man. Which is why my thing with Tiger Lily is, why would you go for this type of man?
Because she likes to be controlled.
And her friends did tell her that he was controlling, and she goes, she don't feel like she's being controlled.
I'm pretty sure she said that about her ex-husband. I
want to know more about her ex-husband, because you can't tell me all these negative things about this man and how she talked this man down. You would have thought he didn't like beat her. He was controlling, all of this stuff. But your next dude is controlling. So what was the issue with your ex-husband?
There was no issue. To me, what I'm getting from it is that man probably set her up so comfortable that she just got bored.
Elaborate on that.
Money-wise, she didn't have to worry about anything. So she just got bored and she probably created a problem.
She did say they came from humble beginnings. Like they had a shotgun money. So my thing is, what type of money this man got? Or did she have a sugar daddy? Or did she get her money after her ex-husband?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, because she bought a $26,000 watch. So she's very vain.
Yeah.
Like, very, very vain. Adnan, I think he comes from money.
Yeah.
So she maybe has some upkeep. So she needs a rich man. Ain't that many in the States going to take a 41-year-old.
With 2 kids. Well, with
no.
a kid, or whatever the fuck she got.
Yeah, she's beautiful, but a lot of men in the States are not going to. A lot of men in the States are not going to take up with that. And that little baby voice, I love you, baby. I love you so much, baby.
That just screams, I'm a sugar baby, and I'm just saying this because you're paying
like, why
for
is she talking like that?
And you know this, they don't never have no real conversations.
No, it's always, I love you, baby. I love you, baby.
And that's it. And it's like, okay, where's the meat and potatoes of this relationship?
There
it seems very
is
surface
not.
level. His thing is she's beautiful. Her thing is he's hot, I guess. You know what I mean? And he's like her Persian boy toy.
This ain't gonna work. Even at their because at this episode we saw them go to like their wedding, which I can say he was honestly very happy to see her. She was happy to see him, but we see them go to the wedding and they're all just celebrating him. It's like the festival of Adnan is what his family is calling the wedding, and she goes, well, shouldn't it be the festival of Adnan and Tiger Lily? And he's
they don't know you.
And he was like, no. Well, he was like, well, I'm the man. In their culture, he rules.
You're second fiddle, if that.
You're not even second fiddle. This ain't even about you. This is about him.
You signed up to be a role player.
You signed up to be a trophy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good way to put it. But she says she likes that. I'm his most prized possession. But you see that possession, that sounds a little crazy, don't it?
These two ain't gonna last.
But even before we move on, how is that going to work with her kids?
That's not gonna work because he's not even gonna come over to the States. So she's only supposed to be here for this wedding 1 week. She has said. She stated in the first episode she's going to Jordan for 1 week. That man, like that in their culture, the wife is not supposed to lead a man. She ain't supposed to. They're not supposed to be living on opposite sides of the earth. How is that gonna work? She's gonna have to move to Jordan.
He can come over there.
He ain't coming. He has 14 siblings. He's close to his parents.
Seems like he's very stable where he's at.
And he probably well, he's a model, but maybe he works for like his family's business. I don't know what they do, but he wasn't even firm when he was talking to his brother in the last episode about where they're gonna live. His brother thought she was gonna move there. So what has he been telling his family? That man ain't leaving Jordan.
But what's gonna happen with her kid? I feel like the only thing
that's the thing. He probably gonna tell her to leave her kids with her ex-husband, and we gonna start anew.
The only thing that's gonna break her out of this relationship, I feel like, is her kids.
Let's hope so.
If that happens, I feel like she'll be like, "No, I'm choosing my kids."
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. She ain't pregnant.
But then I'm just saying, if he comes to the States, how is that gonna work with her kids as far as like him parenting them? Does he want them to be Muslims? Do they have to follow the Muslim religion? Because they're gonna be like, "I'm not a fucking Muslim." You know what I mean? Like, Ma, that's your husband. I'm not married to that man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ain't my daddy.
That's true. And he's going to look... Is he going to look at them as his kids? He's going to look
Probably
at them as... Those aren't my kids.
kids.
Let me hurry up and knock you up with my kids, and then it just be us and our little
they
family.
Can go live with their dad.
Yep. That's why I'm saying. He's going to want her to move to Jordan and leave her kids with her ex-husband.
Forget about that.
Yep.
Or visit them once every 6 months or so.
Yep. This is our family now. And she will convert to Islam.
I don't think she's gonna do all that.
Well, he is gonna force that lady to convert to Islam, and she's gonna do it because she doesn't even feel like she's being controlled. She's gonna do it. Well, I just want to be closer to my husband and Adnan. I love you, baby.
I love you, Tiger Lily. That was pretty good, wasn't it? You weren't expecting that one.
No.
I don't know if I can do it again. That's how good it was.
Oh God, let's move on from these two. I can't. Oh my God, I can't with these two. Let's go on to Ingrid and Brian.
I take everything good about Brian that I said. Back.
So the first 3 episodes, I was really rooting for Brian and Ingrid. They were my absolute favorite. I wanted them to work, but Brian's mask has come off.
He couldn't even hold it that long.
3 episodes.
3 episodes. He could hold it over the phone.
Yeah. So this episode, we find out why Brian is in the wheelchair. So this man, first of all, as they're driving to her town, Garupi. Where's she at?
I don't know.
I think it's Garupi somewhere. Anyways, as they're driving there, she brings up her parents and how he wants to meet her parents. She hasn't even told her dad, and she says that her dad is very ignorant. And he's been ignorant her whole life, so I'm guessing ignorant to like disabilities and maybe not looking at Brian as like
just foreigners as well.
Could be all of that, but she has said that her dad is very ignorant and he is set in his ways. And Brian asked, how old is your dad? I think she said like 55 or something. And Brian says, oh, that's close to my age. Ingrid was so confused. Ingrid has been thinking this man is in his 40s. She's 33. She's thinking that he's about 45 years old. She said when she met him on his dating profile, he had 43.
Which I believe.
They've been together 2 years, so she goes, well, I thought you were 45. This lady looked genuinely shocked that this man was 51 years old. And then his ass gonna sit up there and say, well, I told you. I don't lie about my age.
No, what he said was, I didn't tell you I'm 51. He said that like somebody who like
lies.
Stole your shit. You know what I mean? I didn't give your car keys back. Oh, I gave you your keys back. That's what he was doing.
Knowing damn well you
didn't give me my keys back.
Oh gosh.
Chicago niggas.
Yeah, he is from Chicago. So first, so he lied about his age, and then he went on to say, "Oh, I would never lie about my age." I don't think so. I think he traditionally dates young women because every picture that they showed, even though they blurred out them people's faces, they looked young.
And you wonder why these relationships don't last.
He's been married, 3 times?
Do you think he thinks marriage is a way to lock him down real quick?
And they won't leave me.
But they do.
And they like, haha, there's always divorce. I'm going to divorce your ass.
Reverse Uno.
We also find out this episode why he's in a wheelchair. So
wait. So mind you, like, well, go ahead.
So we find out why he's in a wheelchair. So this man was dealing drugs, which you called it. He was
smoking crack.
He was dealing drugs. Was it crack? I thought it was cocaine.
He said he was smoking. It's the same damn thing.
Oh. Well,
and he said he was drinking a pack of beer a day.
Yeah, so he was an addict. He's a drug dealer. And some kind of way he put his ex-wife in this story. I don't know how true this is. Could be true. I don't know.
Trust this man. He's obviously a liar.
Yeah. We got to hear the ex-wife story. But anyways, so he says he wanted to leave his ex-wife. His ex-wife wasn't going for that. And so she ordered his carjacking. And so that is why he is in a wheelchair. Ingrid knew none of this. You've been dating this woman. You've been telling this woman that you love her, and you haven't told her why you're in a wheelchair. That is a very important part of your history, to tell her, hey, I used to be a former drug dealer. Hey, I used to be a former drug addict. Hey, I used to be a former alcoholic.
But this is what you got to think of, and this is why Ingrid herself said, had I known all of this, I would have not moved forward with this relationship.
That's heavy baggage.
But he knew that. He's lying. I don't like that. And then on top of that, if you was drug dealing and smoking crack or cocaine, whatever it was, drinking a pack of beer a day, and word on the street was he was a deadbeat dad, I don't put it past him to be robbing, to be stealing, and to be putting his hands on his baby mama. That would make sense as to why she probably,
got some dudes to come
and shoot your ass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Well,
maybe when
they probably wasn't trying to shoot you until you went for the gun.
Well, it probably wasn't even a carjacking. It probably was we about to beat your ass, but then, we're about to shoot you.
It went left.
Yeah, it went left, and you got injured.
But he would never see. But Brian's the type of person, he would never tell that. He would never say, "Oh well, I put my hands on her and she sent her brother."
But that's your history. You got something like that. You have to tell the person that you are quote unquote in love with, that you quote unquote want to marry, that you quote unquote want to be with for the rest of your life. They need to know that so that they can decide for themselves if I want to be in a relationship. He didn't tell her because of the very reaction that she gave, and he probably has had this reaction
from all of the women.
So that should let you know to tell them up front. Maybe not the first couple days, which we noticed from him, even last episode with him telling her, him showing her how he puts on the catheter and the condom shit.
That was a little much.
You did that the first day that you met her, but the first couple weeks that you were talking to her, you couldn't tell her about your past. Have you guys not talked about your history?
I would think that's what you would be talking about.
What have you guys built for the past 2 years?
No, that's what she's learning. Nothing. I don't know this man.
I don't know you.
I don't know this man.
And he got upset with her reaction. You can't get upset with her reaction.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
That pissed me off with that man.
He gonna try to put it on her. She's judging me. No, you lied.
No, you lied to her. And that's a terrible character trait.
Yeah, that shows he's a liar. He's a
manipulator. He manipulated that situation because he took it away from her to decide for herself. Now she's invested, but my girl, you ain't invested that much.
Yeah,
you can hurry up and leave.
I'm good.
And he probably learned that with his other relationships. That's why they did not last.
But even when he said, "Oh, I'm disabled, but I don't need any help with anything," the very first day she was like, he needs help with a lot of shit, and we still don't know, does he need help or not? Because he be lying.
So
I don't know. Does he need the help or not?
Yeah.
Because even when they woke up and they was doing things, he needed her to grab stuff, do this, because you put my legs. It was like, you said you didn't need no help.
Yeah.
I got 2 kids. I don't need a third.
Mm-hmm. in his situation, and it's not to make fun of his situation.
No.
It's not to diminish his situation.
No.
But someone who's in a relationship with you is going to have to be, to a certain point, your caretaker.
Yes.
And you have some people who would willingly do that for you. There's a person out there for you, but lying is not going to get you that person.
No.
That has not worked for you in all of your relationships.
But once again, what I see when I'm looking at him is a very, I guess, broken man. I would say, like, emotionally and mentally.
Yeah, you can tell I thought that the first couple episodes, looking at him, like, oh, the way that he's attacking life is so good. But again, that was a mask. We're starting to see that mask come off and see that he is still deeply hurt by his situation. He is not fully accepting of his situation, because if he was, he would have told her up front of why he's in this situation. Ryan, get it together.
And could you imagine?
Ryan, get it together.
Could we just go back to that last episode? He really thought they was about to have sex after he did all that. Talking about I took half the blue pill. You never know what's gonna happen. Then you just fucked it all up. Even if she probably would have done something. You can't be like, oh, here's my catheter, all my pee in it. All right, let's go have sex.
You did say that's being that turned that lady. You just met her. You just met her.
I'm good.
Brian, Ingrid, girl, get away from that man.
Run from that man.
She's already been hurt, and I'm sure she shared her past. Like she said, she got divorced from her ex-husband. She was with a man, got pregnant. He left her.
And now she with Brian.
And now she with Brian. Like, you supposed to be this lady's Prince Charming. There's nothing wrong with her having to do for you, but be upfront with her. She could have decided for herself that, yes, this is a man that I want to be with.
But also with Brian, I feel like there's a lot of self-sabotage going on.
Yeah.
Because I feel like...
Because he's not comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like he's looking at her and he's going, why would she want me? Like, she can get a man who, who can walk and do stuff with her. Like, she's a beautiful woman. Why is she really here with me? You know what I mean?
You shouldn't focus on that. You have a beautiful woman standing right in front of you.
But like you said, he's not accepting of the situation.
Mm-hmm. He's not.
And he's just sabotaging the shit out of it.
Yeah.
That's why I say he has to get right with himself first. He's not right with himself. He don't need to be in a relationship with nobody.
And that's sad because he's been dealing with this for quite some time.
Well, this is a heavy thing.
Yeah.
Especially when you think how he was living. It's his fault why he's in this situation.
Yeah.
So he's got to deal with that.
I wonder, has he taken accountability? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. If he's not accepting of it, he hasn't taken accountability for why he's there and releasing all that trauma and that hurt. That's not that. Then none of his relationships are going to work.
No, his relationship with his kids is fucked up.
Yeah.
He got to fix a lot of stuff
before he can even think about being somebody's partner.
Yeah.
And that's why his relationships have not worked. He's been married 3 times or 4 times, or however long.
And then a bunch of relationships.
Yeah. Yes. Like, and I want to know why they haven't worked. It's probably because of what he's doing now with Ingrid.
He's a liar.
Yeah. Nobody's going to put up with that willingly. No. If you're just upfront with me, I can decide. And then we don't have to waste our time, because I can tell you yay or nay. I think he's scared of the no. You can't be scared of the no out here.
You gotta embrace that no. Because that's that person's right.
That's that person's right, and you took it away from her by being manipulative and not telling her and not being upfront with her. You took that away from her. Yeah, then you get mad at her. So she's like, what the fuck?
She didn't want to be around that man. She went and sat by herself somewhere while he was in the pool.
Over there crying. He was crying.
Because he knew it was some bullshit.
Yeah, he knows what he did was wrong.
All right, who's next?
I'm sick of these people. Oh.
This your boy?
Your boy.
This your boy.
Fuck boy Lauren.
Who's worse, Lauren or Brian?
Lauren.
I'm giving it to them both.
Lauren is the bottom of my shoe. Lauren needs to be beat the fuck up. And I don't condone violence, but what that man is doing is just down.
I need Faith
right
to turn into a man
wrong.
And just beat his ass for just one.
Or go get some of her. She's a lady boy, so just go get some of her man friends.
Because he full of shit. You wasted my time. I done told people about you. You can put up this image like you just had stuff together. You knew I wanted to come to America, knowing damn well you had no means to get me over there.
Is absolutely terrible. So this episode, first of all, we find that Lauren only has $46
to his name.
That's $46 American money, right? He tells Faith this. Faith was shocked. She laughed at first because she probably thought he was joking. But then when she realized that he was serious, she's like, oh, that's it? $46? And then he goes, oh, well, in a couple days I'm going to get, I'm waiting on a hold or some money to be deposited into my account. So he's waiting on a payroll check to hit his account. We don't know how much that payroll check is, but he waiting on it. We don't know when it's going to come, but he waiting on it. So
how much you think that is tops? He works a bunch of part-time jobs.
A couple $100 probably.
About $300-400?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
So with this $46, Lauren and Faith go down to the front desk in the hotel to exchange the money. I know after they left, them people at that front desk was laughing their asses off. For one thing, Lauren is a white American man. So Faith already probably thought that man had money. Because some people think, you're an American, you're a white man in America. Oh, you got bank. No, he don't.
First mistake.
No, he don't. So they exchanged the money. They exchanged the $46 for, I think it's pesos in the Philippines.
I guess.
I forgot how much, whatever. It's like a 1,900 or 2,000 or something like that. This man think he rich. You would have thought they gave that man $1 million.
He said, this is the first time I'm able to just go somewhere and just buy stuff.
He said, buy stuff and treat my woman and buy my woman stuff. They went to the market. This man is spending money like he a millionaire. He asked Faith, how long will this $46 last me here? She said 4 days. He gonna be there 20. He goes to the market. This is like day 2. He goes to the market and is spending money. He wants her, get whatever you want. Get whatever, get this.
Even Faith is like, you need to budget. Money.
Like, she thinking smart, like, okay, well, let's budget. Let's not buy this. And he, get it. You don't have any money, Lauren. That $46, you gotta eat. What if your check don't deposit?
But what's he doing for the room? How's that working?
How he paying for that?
He's not living there just buy for free.
Maybe he prepaid for that.
But what happens if that runs out? He's trying to get in the Faith room?
Yeah. He's trying to live with Faith. He's probably thinking in his head, Faith got it good. She works for the hotel.
You think she told him, I work at the hotel, but I live here and I don't have to pay rent? He was like, cha-ching.
He said, cha-ching.
I can stay with her.
I want to leech on to her and go to the Philippines. And he even said, when I get here, I can, cut grass. I can do this. I can do that. No, you can't. So we see them go to Mama Ding's shack.
Yeah.
Her storage room.
Her apartment. Her small apartment.
At the hotel. And she's a very close friend to Faith.
Where's Faith's family? Her actual family. Do they not talk?
I don't know. I don't think her family maybe live in another city. Because she's in Manila. So maybe they live in another city. I don't know. I don't remember. So Mama Ding is the closest one that she has in Manila. So we find them go to Mama Ding cook lunch or whatever for them. And this is when Faith finds out that Lauren is homeless. He just comes out and says that I'm homeless in America. And Mama Ding goes, oh.
Now, mind you, for me, this is strike 2.
Yep.
Strike 1 was, okay, you lying about money. That's strike 1. Really, this is strike 2 and 3. Because you knew I wanted to come to America. Yep. That was my whole plan. Yep. I made that completely clear to you. And you said that you could do it.
Yep.
And now that we get here in front of one of my best and closest friends and you drop the bomb on me, I'm homeless. You couldn't even tell me this in private when it was just me and you?
Yeah, so he told Mama Ding and Faith that he's essentially homeless in America and that he wants to move. He said it with
that damn smirk on his face. I'm homeless.
And he wants to move to the Philippines because the cost of living is cheaper.
It's cheaper. It still ain't free, Lauren.
No, and Mama Ding even said, this is people are without work. Like, you're not gonna work here. You think you are gonna get a job? Like, you're not gonna get. Yes, you're not gonna get that. And he says, I'll work from America. I'll get a computer job from America. And then we cut to production asking him, so do you have those skills? Well, some of them. You ain't gonna get no job.
Have you ever done work from home work before, Lauren? No. Well, how are you gonna do this one?
You ain't gonna get no job, Lauren.
That man is a damn fool.
You're not gonna get a job, Lauren. If you were gonna get a job like that and make all this money, why didn't you do that in America?
And then he drops the third and final bomb.
This man is a sick piece of shit. He is a sick piece of shit, and that smirk needs to be slapped off of his face. This man literally says that he has gonorrhea.
With a smile, that damn smirk on his face.
Just the carelessness. I said last episode that man lacks sexual discipline. He reminds me of a teenager who just
got his first taste of sex.
Yes, and he just wants to fuck. So we find him saying that he was with a friend. He spent the night at a friend's house. He woke up, that friend was going down on him. And that friend texted him and said, "Hey, I have gonorrhea of the mouth. You might want to get checked."
How do you think that conversation went? Do you think it just went like that? Hey, well, I just want to let you know I got gonorrhea. Or was it like, motherfucker, you gave me gonorrhea? How do you think that conversation went?
Hey, you gave me gonorrhea. Oh, okay.
Or do you think that friend was going down on a lot of people, just so happened to got gonorrhea of the mouth, and went down on Lauren, and he got it? Or do you think Lauren gave it to her? Or does it even matter?
It don't even matter at this point, because this man knew he had gonorrhea. I fully believe that man knew he had gonorrhea. He said,
well, that explains the discharge.
That explains the discharge. Just so like with a smirk on his face.
Wow, you've been kissing on face.
You've been kissing, so you've had discharge before.
And mind you, everybody, he wanted to sleep with this woman.
He wanted to,
as soon as he got there.
Mm-hmm. He wants to make sure they're sexually
compatible.
compatible.
This is why you don't sleep with people when you first meet them.
I want to see if we're sexually compatible. That's all he's thinking about.
This is why you get tested.
You're not sexually compatible with anybody.
Before you sleep with somebody.
You're not sexually compatible to anybody.
And this is why you use condoms with everyone except for your husband or your wife.
Well, we found out based on watching a video on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. You got to do that with your husband, too, because they giving out diseases as well.
Well, I don't know about that one.
I'm just saying, you got to be careful out here. Lauren is a piece of shit, and he's disgusting, and he is scum. You have a lot of people like Lauren out here, though. That's why a lot of people have, HIV and AIDS. That's why a lot of people have these sexually transmitted diseases. Like, yes, you can clear up gonorrhea. Yes, you can clear up chlamydia.
You still don't want
it. You still don't want it. Like, the smirk that was on that man's face, and you've been kissing on Faith, and then, on top of that, he's talking about he wants an open relationship.
So you want to keep
You're showing me that you are not safe. You're not sexually safe.
And the people you're having sex with
are not sexually safe. So why would I be in a relationship with you knowing that you're having sex with other people?
Who probably have stuff.
Lauren, get the fuck out of here. Faith, run.
I feel so sorry for that woman.
Run, Faith. I don't have any more else to say about them. Do you?
I don't like Lauren. Get it together.
I don't like
Get
Lauren.
your life together. You need to just be alone, and you just need to you need Jesus.
I don't like
Read
him.
the Bible.
I don't like him.
Because that's just ridiculous.
Moving on to my favorite person on the show, Niles. Niles and Matilda are one of our...
I like Matilda.
One of our newest couples. Of course you do. One of our newest couples. So Niles is 27, from Alabama, Mobile, Alabama. And he is with Matilda. Matilda is 22. And she is from Ghana, a place that I want to visit. But Niles has autism. He seems like a very high-functioning person with autism. I'm assuming he lives alone. He kind of gave me that vibe that he lives alone. He has a job. And he just seems like the sweetest man ever. And then we meet Matilda, who also seems like a sweet lady. We haven't really got too much into her yet. But I like the way that she's accepting of Niles' autism. Well, she said she's accepting of it via phone. They haven't met before. But she is accepting of his autism. And I like the way that she builds him up. And he builds her up, too. Mm-hmm. I like the way they build each other up. So Niles is going to be traveling to Ghana to visit Matilda. And Matilda thinks they are going to get married. But Niles wants to put a break on that. But he has not told her. Which you said when we were watching the episode that you wouldn't have told her either.
Well, if I'm in his position, because he's autistic and he don't know how to, he said he doesn't understand verbal cues and nuances, so it's probably best to have a conversation
with her in person. Yeah, so you don't think he's lying to her, because she's under the impression that they're getting married when he comes.
if he was just a quote unquote normal guy, he would be lying. But in his situation,
he's not.
He's not.
Okay.
He's literally doing what he thinks is best with his situation.
Yeah. I hope they work out.
Yeah.
I hope they do. Oh. And Matilda is very pretty.
She's very pretty. He called himself an African queen.
He did. And she puts the biggest smile on that man's face.
Mm-hmm.
And he has nice teeth.
He does have nice teeth.
Very nice teeth.
So nothing bad to say about them.
So we like Niles and
so we're hoping
Matilda.
they work out.
I do.
So they took the place of Brian and Ingrid.
For me, yes. I feel like everyone deserves good love, and unfortunately, the way that the world is set up now, not everybody will get it. So I'm really hoping Niles gets his happily ever after.
I feel like if everybody just comes to the table being honest, you will find somebody who will want to. It may not be the person that you was going for, but it'll be somebody. Not saying they'll be ugly or nothing, but just won't be a person like with Brian. He probably wouldn't have got Ingrid, but he would have gotten somebody else. You know what I mean?
Well, I like that theory, but like I said, the way that the world is set up, there are a bunch of dishonest people like a Brian, like a Lauren. There's a bunch of them. More of them probably than more of like a Niles and an Ingrid and a Faith in the world, which is sad. You got to have your guard up with these people out here.
Yeah.
So I hope Niles and Matilda work out and that he gets there safely.
Well, all right. Anything else?
Nope. On to our last couple that we saw this episode, which is Vea and Sunny.
I don't even care about them. You know how like in Love After Lockup, you got Bianca and Daniel. You just speed past them.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about these two.
There's nothing.
It's not really him. It's just her, and I'm like, I don't really care to look at her. I don't really care what she got to say. Nothing personal. I just don't care.
Yeah. What do you feel about her taking her ex-boyfriend with her to?
I think it's dumb.
Well, we saw that they have a trauma bond. we lost a baby. So we found out this episode a little bit more of Vea's background. So her brother was killed by law enforcement. We don't know why, but her brother was killed by law enforcement. And during that time, she was dating Rory, who's her ex-boyfriend. During that time, she was dating him. Her brother was killed by the police. And she was pregnant, and she ended up losing their baby, which caused them to grow apart in their relationship, but they're still close as friends. So they kind of have a trauma bond. She doesn't have much family. She grew up in foster care. And then she said she grew up in a cult.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Well, not a cult. We said a cult, but she grew up in a very religious household.
That shit was a cult.
Yeah. So she is skeptical about religion. And as we know, Sunny is Muslim. But he's also not a very disciplined Muslim because he drinks.
Sonny?
Yeah, he's not. She said he isn't disciplined. He drinks, and they're not supposed to drink, and he does that.
Oh.
He was going out to the parties, going out to the clubs and stuff. So he's not a disciplined Muslim.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I still think he don't have no real baggage like she.
No.
I don't think they need to be mixing. She need to be with some. She need to be with Rory. Just go back to your ex-boyfriend. Yeah, obviously, y'all still. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Y'all still got something there.
If he willing to fly across the country with you to meet your ex-boyfriend, if you said, Rory, let's get back together, he'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so just get back together with that, man. What are we doing here?
Stop wasting Sunny's time.
Yeah, like, stop.
Okay. All right. Any final thoughts on any of these couples?
Lauren, you ain't shit. And Brian, do better. You too old to be lying, dude. You 51. Like, you almost 60. You in your 50s. You almost 60. You too old to be lying.
Yeah, I want Brian to not even worry about getting into a relationship. I want him to focus on healing himself and coming to grips with his situation.
And just being honest about it.
Well, that's him coming to grips with it. He's not comfortable with his situation.
Lauren, you are too old to not have sexual discipline.
Lauren's a bitch.
You too old to not have. Now you ain't
and
gotta
I
have everything.
Slap that smirk off his face.
You don't gotta have everything together, but damn,
have an at least.
You don't have an at least. He doesn't have an at least. You can't say, well, at least he got some money. You know, you can't say that. At least he got a place to stay.
He ain't got shit.
At least he got a steady job. At least he don't have STDs.
He's nasty, disgusting. Oh.
Do better.
All right. Well.
Anything else?
No.
All right, well, we'll see y'all later.
That's all we got. Bye.